I have met so many incredibly great people who don't see how valuable they are and don't appreciate themselves as much as they should, because they're honestly just amazing and I can see how great they are, but I know that they don't see themselves that same way. And I don't know who you are. I don't know your life story. I don't know your history. I don't know anything about you, but I can guarantee that you're doing better and you're a better person than who you think you are. And I think it matters. It matters that you're confident and proud of who you are, because what you believe about yourself, who you believe you are, is going to affect everything in your life, and how great, how worthy you think you are of receiving something, of tolerating something, of living your life. It's going to influence a lot of your life. And so here I am trying to give you a confidence boost. So I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to list all your wins, but I am going to make you see how worthy you think you are. Because everybody, at least me, I believe that everybody's born perfect. Everybody is perfect. And I just think that we've grown up in a society that limits the way that we see ourselves and limits our greatness. And you're so much more worthy and powerful than you think you are. I have so many friends who are incredible, but they just can't see it for themselves. And sometimes that's you, because everybody forgets or underestimates how amazing they are. So that's what I'm here to tell you today. When you're not feeling worthy, save this video and come back to it. The video you just saw, I accidentally turned my mic off after, so you can't hear anything that I said. So anyway, I had to re-record the whole thing, and I just recorded it, and now that would explain why everything changed. I think it's important to remind yourself of who you are every once in a while. Like, you need to be told that you're enough and be reminded of everything that you're good at. I wrote down 4 things that I think make people really special, and I mean, you're pretty much born with these 4 things. The first sign of being a stronger person, being a more worthy person, is that you're able to see worth in other things. For example, you could look at the beach and you're like, whoa, that's so beautiful. Or you could look at the beach and be like, whatever, it's a beach, period. But I think if you're able to recognize beauty in something outside of you, that is because you have that same beauty within you. And anything that you can recognize outside of yourself is because you already have it, and it's because you already possess that same trait that you look at and you're just awed by. Like, I tend to find people really funny, and I love that about people, and me being able to see the funniness in other people might mean that I'm also pretty funny, and then I'm also capable of doing that. You know what I mean? Like, if you're able to see beauty, it's because you have that beauty, or else you wouldn't see it. Because everything that you believe in, you're gonna see. Literally, look at it. You're just so worthy that you're able to see the worth in little things, in people, in anything really. That shows how special you are. And you should be confident about things that you wouldn't even know that you could be confident about. You can be confident about the fact that you are such a special person that you could recognize other people's beauty and recognize other people's amazing traits. So on to trait number 2. Trait number 2 is having a heart. It sounds pretty cliche, but being able to love other people and being able to show care for other people is something that a lot of this society lacks, and it's actually really needed. And you might think people don't recognize the kindness that you give to them, but they do. And even if somebody doesn't correctly say thank you to you, everybody appreciates a kind person. Everybody appreciates somebody who's caring and loves. And the ability to love is so impactful. It's so perfect and necessary. And honestly, there is really no other way to live with other people if you aren't to show compassion, if you aren't to show love to them. So if you're able to love something, anything, it does show that you have love within yourself. And being somebody who loves, being somebody who's kind, maybe not all the time, maybe you're not a perfectly, all like good person, but just the fact that you can do that is something you should be confident about, and something that you should love about yourself. Really love it and treasure that. Even on your worst days, the fact that you have love within yourself, whether you know it or not, you have everything that you need within yourself. You have the love, you have the beauty, the power, everything is already within you. My number 3, my third sign is that you're a different person. You're unique. Having unique traits and being different, it takes a lot of courage, and it takes a lot of bravery. It takes a lot to be that strong. And being able to like things that you like, it's not easy, and it can be hard, and you have to go against what a lot of people like, and sometimes that's embarrassing, or it's weird, but it shows exactly the type of person you are. Everybody, whatever unique thing you can notice about yourself, a hobby, a trait, like the way you are, the way of being that you have particularly, is brought to you for a reason. Like, the reason that you have that is to show that to other people, to like express yourself, and that's so beautiful. And I'm really proud of you if you're able to do that, because not everyone is able to show something different about themselves. All of those like traits about you are really special, and honestly, you should be confident and like take pride in the things that make you different, and not a literal copy and paste version of everyone else. Because there's so many like copy and paste in the society, but like, girl, like if you're able to be different, and if you have something different, and whatever thing that you think is unique that you don't notice in everyone, is something to be proud of yourself for. So be confident about that, about the fact that you do something that it takes a lot of courage to do, but you find the power in that, and you're strong enough to do that. So sign number 4 is that you're still here, and you are still trying, and to try, and to not give up, and to keep going, and to survive, because you have survived all of this for a reason. Whatever you've gone through, whatever like pain has happened to you, you've gone through a lot, and you should be so proud of yourself for still standing, because you've had probably like a million days in your life where it has felt really hard, where you didn't want to stop crying, where you couldn't get out of bed, where things were dreadful, but you kept going and you kept trying, and that takes a lot of strength. And it's not talked about enough. It's not, a lot of people ignore when you feel bad. But you've gone through it, and you've kept fighting, and you've kept going. And even if you've tried to give up, and, even if you haven't been the strongest, even if you've been the weakest during those really hard days, the fact that you at least survived it is a sign that you are incredibly strong. The world is cruel, the world is hard, but you're here for a reason. Remember that. And you have so much strength, so be confident in the fact that you've gotten up every day, and you've kept going, and you're still here watching this video. You've somehow survived all of these things that have been maybe really hard for you. A lot of people grow up without the proper appreciation, so you grow into a person who forgets their own value, maybe because they haven't been reminded of it. So you have to learn to value yourself. And I don't know if you guys have watched the movie Perks of Being a Wallflower, and it has the quote like, you accept the love you think you deserve. So I think it's so important that you understand how great you are, because every person is gonna like encounter different things depending on who they think they are, depending on like what they believe they deserve. You are literally a human being, and being a human being in itself is pretty difficult. So honor yourself for being here, because I think for a reason you're put here, and for a reason you're where you are. So like, be so proud of yourself for that, girl. The things that I talked about, the 4 signs, even if you forget all of it, I just want you to remember this one thing. I want you to remember that no matter what your brain tries to tell you, like, your brain can try to say that you're not good enough, and that you're a failure, and that you don't deserve good things. Just never forget that you do deserve good things, and you are enough, and you are worthy and perfectly valuable. I think every person is born perfect, but society has taught us otherwise. We have seen ourselves through limits that we place on ourselves to not like see fully who we are. You're incredible, you know. I think just being a human, that's so incredible. Like, having the power to live a human life is outstanding. Like, there's no words to describe this. And the fact that you are being put in this body to be sent here on earth to exist, I think there's like a deeper reason for why that happens, and I don't know exactly. I don't know what to tell you guys about that. So just don't forget your worth, girl. Don't forget your worth. You're amazing. I love you. I hope this video helped you. My name's Nicole, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. I love you guys so much, and have an amazing rest of your day.